Hey, it's Jesse and Lucy from the Loon Morning Show, and we're out at 3rd Street Brewhouse, one of our favorite places to be, especially when they're releasing a new beer. We're really excited about this. Cool Beans.
So join us for an exclusive tour and tasting of the new Cool Beans beer from 3rd Street Brewhouse. Krista, marketing coordinator at 3rd Street Brewhouse, giving us the grand tour of this wonderful facility here in Cold Spring, Minnesota. Welcome.
This is where all the magic happens. We brew all of our beer in here. This is the Louder Ton.
The what one?
The Louder Ton.
We're in the top of the brewery.
This is beer! Beer!
That's beer.
So this is where all of our tanks are.
So we're in the holding room where all the big tanks are. And you should, I mean, when we say big tanks, we're talking
Big. I wouldn't climb on the top of it, that's for sure.
We also had the chance to sit down with Doug DeGeese, Vice President here at 3rd Street Brewhouse, and talk more about the new porter, Cool Beans.
Well, we're sitting here with Doug, 3rd Street Brewhouse, GM, General Manager, Vice President.
keeper of secrets.
Cheaper. Better than we are.
The brains behind the brews.
Yeah. Tell us about Cool Beans.
We've had a plan laid out to come out with specialty beers in third year. We've done our core beers, we've done our seasonal beers. This is the year to celebrate really the real talent of our brewers coming up with beers that you're not expecting us to come with, something you've never seen before. And this is step one of our specialty beers, or we kind of dubbed it our big beer series. So one of many more to come.
Oh.
And of course, big beers, because you've obviously can see big bottle.
750
You're going to find
milliliters.
higher alcohol and probably a little more higher flavor and kind of stay consistent with those components of our big beer series.
I like that.
So Cool Beans is our first of that type of beer. We wanted to do a coffee beer. We thought that sounded kind of interesting. There's not a lot of those on the market within our area, or if you do see them, they're probably at a lower alcohol level. And so us wanting to be different, let's do a coffee beer, but let's not do a lower level. Let's add some punch to it, and let's get it a big flavorful aroma style beer. Let's make it a dark malty beer, and make sure when you drink it, you know that there's coffee in it.
Yeah.
And we know by cold pressing them, we'll keep the bitterness down in the beer. We don't want an overly bitter beer. We want a great tasting coffee beer. So we go through that process, a new process for us. We haven't done coffee beer before. The brewers take that task on.
Can you explain what cold pressing is?
So it's a process rather than brewing beer, heating it up. And like you would, I suppose, in the little cups you get, and we would rather steep it or keep it in cold water, ambient water, so it doesn't bring the bitterness out, and we get more of the flavor and the aroma still of coffee.
So, and that's where, I mean, you guys are so intricate and so detailed in your process. That's where, you know, other ones might have just brewed it with it, but you took the extra step. You know exactly what, I mean, the cold press, you went to the expert. That's what, I think differentiates you guys from the rest.
And that's what we like to do on everything. We need to be different. We want to be different, and we want to do it right.
The best.
Yep, and want to give you a satisfying beer that you're going to like.
Right.
That's the process.
I didn't know there was so much behind the name either.
Right.
You know, I mean, when I first heard Cool Beans, I loved it just because I'm a 90s girl, and I remember saying Cool Beans, but I didn't realize.
So it is a little bit behind the thought of the cold pressing process. It also, if you buy the beer and see the label, the story is always on about us. What is it about the beer? So it is a collaboration beer, because we are collaborating, of course, with Muggsy, but we choose to call it a cool collaboration.
Well, since you were talking about it, this being a series beer, the first of, you didn't specify, possibly many to come, the big beer series. Can you say how many or what's next?
Well, we know in 2015 you're going to see 3 or 4 additional.
Oh, really?
So we know for sure that this is our 3rd anniversary, our 3rd birthday. So we're going to do a big beer for that event. So look for that in sometime in June.
Okay.
Past that, no one else really knows.
Sure.
We know ourselves. We keep that close to our vest because they are kind of surprise beers and unique beers, and we may be working with other people behind the scene, and I really
can't divulge.
Don't want to give too much reason for anybody else to jump in on our ideas, because that is who we are, and that's what we're about, is to giving you not just great regular drinkable sessionable beers, but come back and sneak up on you and give you something that you don't expect.
Cool.
Yeah.
Beans. Well, Doug, thank you for your time today.
It's good to see you. You know, as you guys talk about us on the radio, you know what we say at Third Street Brewhouse.
It's all about the beer. Well, since we're talking about the beer, Cool Beans, you should probably taste it, right?
No, I don't like beer.
Well, I'll taste it.
It's close. It's right over there.
I'm going to have trouble probably stopping. Let's go drink some.
All right.
Yay.
Look at that. Perfect pour. It's like he's done it before.
We are getting Cool Beans poured from like one of the guys on the bottle himself. Is it really Bob McKenzie, or is that just the nickname?
No, that's my name.
Is it really?
I do, like, anytime it comes to border in Canada, I'm like a national hero. Awesome.
It's not every day that you get to have a beer with Bob McKenzie.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh my gosh, I could drink this in the morning. You guys nailed it.
Yeah, we're using a pint of coffee per 31 gallons of beer. So there's a lot of coffee in there.
Excuse me, a little carbonation.
Today's been a tough day at work, wouldn't you say?
God, it's been brutal. Can you believe we have to do
brutal tour of a brewery where we learned all kinds of cool stuff about beer we didn't know. And we saw those huge vats.
Yeah.
I could live in one of those.
You said vats, right?
One of those big, isn't that what they're called?
No, I didn't see it. The beer talking.
And now,
this is a big beer.
Yeah. And now we finally get to have the best part of the day.
This is the best part.
Enjoying a beer.
And we have to go back to work too, but who cares?
At Third Street Brewhouse Tap Room.
Thank you, Third Street.
Yeah, thanks you guys. All the important things that we want to make sure to mention. For one, Cool Beans is a limited release.
I didn't know that, yeah.
If you are thinking of getting the beer, if you see it, buy it.
Buy it.
Because not only is it a limited one batch they brewed, it's gone. But like Doug said, it might not be back next year. I'm going to buy like 3 cans. I'm buying it. We're getting a ton. We're going to have it in the studio. We can't go without it because it was really good. It was really delicious. I loved it.
So you got to get it now. Well, when it comes out officially.
Not only that, but make sure to follow Third Street Brewhouse on Twitter and through the social networks and keep in touch with them to see, to be in on what beers are coming up next.
Yeah.
We know that there's going to be more big bottles coming this year from Third Street Brewhouse. What they are, I guess we'll just have to wait like you to find out and see. Hey, it's Jesse and Lucy signing off from Third Street Brewhouse in Cold Spring. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.
Good enough.